out. How y'all feeling so far? We off to a good start? Mylira Green is a regular with us as well. Mylira Green is a relationships expert, and she's a hero to me, because she has been talking to us over the last few years on this show about relationships, how to keep the relationship strong. And, she's married with two beautiful children. And last year, that relationship fell apart. Yet she came and continued to talk to us, and we got a chance to watch her build her new relationship. And now she's found the man of her dreams, and her life is unfolding in so many great ways. Please get your hands together for Mylira Green right here on the Mike Coylar Morning Show.
Hello, everybody.
Good morning. How are you, Mylira?
I'm doing wonderful. How are you?
Oh, outstanding. Welcome. I didn't know you were coming this morning. I wasn't
Listen.
sure.
Yeah, so I've been under the weather. I couldn't travel down to you guys. Definitely for sure.
Uh-oh. Did we freeze?
There we go. I can see
Oh,
you.
all right, go ahead.
Oh, but I was saying, although I can't be there live with you guys, I want.
The government.
It must be the government because you keep on freezing.
Oh man, and I don't know why I've been good this whole time, but we
All
here.
right,
Let's
keep going.
get
We can hear
started.
you.
Awesome, awesome. Well, today I just wanted to talk about just being able to pivot, even in this moment right here with the keep freezing or whatever. When it comes to relationships, learning how to pivot with what is showing up and having those important conversations when things begin to change. Because as you were speaking last year, when I started this relationship segment, I started out married. And what I thought was happily married, and I wasn't. And now to be in a space where I'm starting a new relationship, I've had to learn that I have to pivot with how life changes. And a lot of times, some relationships end because we don't talk about those moments where we become new. We don't talk about those moments where the things that we used to like we don't like anymore, or the things that used to make us happy may not make us happy anymore. So the one thing that I want to talk to you guys about today is that constant communication. We say that communication is the key, but it's not just when we have a disagreement, but it's when on the inside of us we feel that things are shifting and changing, where the thing that used to make us okay is not making us okay anymore. And not being afraid to explain that in your relationship, whether it's romantically or with a friend or with family. But when things begin to shift on the inside, I tell people, when you have more questions than answers, then it's time for you to either get the answers to those questions or walk away. And there's some people that's in that space right now. So I just want to encourage you all that if you are in a space where you feel like things are shifting and changing, instead of trying to figure it out on your own, communicate that thing so you can get those answers to your questions, so you can see if it's something that you can actually rectify.
Mylira. So, if anyone out there has questions, who in the audience as well as on the set, y'all raise your hand. I'll entertain any relationship question. Oh, they scared to be in a relationship. Man, we just got out of one. I ain't trying to find out about no. Well, okay. Well, let me.
Well, I have a question. When you say pivot the relationship, what exactly do you mean?
So what I mean is, for some people, they don't realize that people don't stay the same. Like, change is the only consistent thing. So the thing that started us being excited. So for example, in my past relationship, we connected in dancing and doing ministry. As life progressed and we started to have children and things like that, we wasn't doing the same things that we were doing that connected us in the first place. But what we never did was communicate who we are now in that space. I was no longer the 21-year-old with a bunch of unanswered questions about myself. I wasn't no longer not knowing who I was. Like, I knew who I was. I knew what I wanted to do, but there was no coming back to the table and saying that I'm a different person. And sometimes we are afraid to make that pivot. Sometimes we're afraid to say, hey, this is what actually connected us in the first place. we got to find a new connection, because you're not going to stay the same. And that's what I mean by pivot. Like at times, most of the times, if you stay the same, then you're not growing. So it's that space of when you know that I am shifting to a more mature level of me, I need to sit my partner down to introduce that person to the new level of me so we can continue to maintain that connection together.
I like that answer. So Nelly Bebe asked, she says, I am in love right now. I don't want the feeling to go away. How do you make the honeymoon phase stay?
So, one thing about the honeymoon phase, you have to understand that it's not permanent in the first place. Sometimes we hold on to a concept thinking that it's going to be permanent. But what I will tell you is this: we are not in control of the outcome, but we are in control of our choices. So, we make choices that is set with the intention of experiencing the honeymoon phase or joy, which is actually an attitude and not a feeling. When we attach the honeymoon phase to joy and not happiness, we will have it every single day, because it's a reminder of why I'm choosing this person, not based off of the circumstances that we're experiencing right now, but I am choosing you. So because I'm choosing you, I'm going to create this moment to be a honeymoon moment. Even if we're in the middle of a disagreement, I'm reminded of I chose this person. So I'm going to be mindful of the words that I use. So now I'm not going to tear you down. I'm going to build you up. So then afterwards, we can just have a conversation and discussion, and then we're back having that honeymoon feeling and desire. So we attach the honeymoon to the attitude of joy and not the feeling of happiness. It will allow for us to communicate in a way that doesn't destroy who we're with, but we can go on and keep going after that situation that may make us feel like, dang, are we sure we want to make this work? Yes, we are, because we're choosing to have that happen.
Good answer. Good answer. So Mylira Green, what can you leave us with today? If you want us to walk away knowing something that makes our life a little better today, what would that be?
Oh man, I want you to know that you are lovable just the way that you are. There are so many people that are afraid to just share their hearts because of their past, because of their past experiences, the traumas that they had, or other relationships. I want you guys to understand that who you are right now is worth love. That's what unconditional love is. It's love without conditions. You don't have to be a certain size. You don't have to have a certain job. You don't have to have a certain rank. You don't have to be loved with who you're trying to be. Just be loved with where you are now. And if you know that, you will open up your heart and your mind to experience something true. But the best relationship you will ever have is that relationship with you. So no matter what's going on with anybody else, if you have that relationship with you, you will have the capacity to get through everything, because you deserve to be loved, for you are lovable. You are fearfully and wonderfully made. You were created with intention. There is purpose in every breath that you take. When you know that, then you will open up yourself to experiences and understand that even if it doesn't work out, it's still working out for your good. Even if it doesn't work out, it's still a lesson. Even if it doesn't work out, it's a testament that actually turned into a testimony. So I want for people to understand today you are enough just where you are, and you're worth having love, whether it's from someone else, but certainly from yourself. And I hope that this was helpful to you guys.
You're amazing. Hey, Mylira Green. So Mylira, tell people. Well, I want to, since I got them nationally on TV like this, tell them what all them letters mean. LCSWCCTP2CAIPC. Man, it's a lot of letters. What does it mean?
Yeah, so I'm a licensed clinical social worker, which means that I'm able to provide clinical support to people. As a social worker, we look at person and their environment. So we do not say that people are the problem, but we say that there's a problem in your environment that is causing a problem within that we're going to shift and change. The CCTP is I'm a certified complex trauma professional. So I have learned how to deal with trauma in the capacity where it does not limit you from continuing to live your life. I'm also a certified anxiety informed professional and a certified sex treatment informed professional. Why that? Because a lot of it's okay. I see you buffered, but a lot of us don't go forward because of the anxiety, because of the worry. So I want to help people get over that. And as far as the sex treatment portion, a lot of relationships break down because we don't understand what sex actually is. It's more than just an act. It is actually a connection. So I wanted to learn how to help married couples and couples beyond connect with each other intimately in a healthy way.
Man, that's awesome. There is a question from the audience before we let you go. Young
Okay.
lady, what's your name? Veronica Bidding. She knows you know her as Ikea. She can't see you though. So what's the question? She said, "Have you
Hold on. Ask that one more time.
based?"
I am based in the Hampton Roads area of Virginia. So if you are familiar with the Virginia Beach area, that is where I am based. But I do say I do travel, for sure, because my ministry is worldwide.
Woo woo. Now tell people how to find you.
You can find me at www.myliratransforms.com or at Mylira Transforms on Instagram. Or I'm an old school girl, Mylira Green on Facebook. And that number down here, the 757-609-0694, comes directly to me.
Leave us with a woo woo woo.
Woo, woo, woo.
Give it up for Mylira Green. Else, y'all better come on. Give it up. Woo.